Dominic Toretto is back on the big screen. A new trailer for the 10th film has been posted online, where cars overcome the laws of physics and the family saves the entire planet. Will Brian return to the screens? What is Aquaman doing here? Will Gal Gadot be returned? I'll tell you about everything in detail now. Fast and Furious is one of the most popular franchises of our time. With each new film, the budget increases, and the 10th film was made for $340 million, making it one of the most expensive films in history. Diesel personally became the producer of the franchise, and dominates there as best he can. He ousted Dwayne Johnson and made him to leave. Well, you remember that scandal between two beefcakes. In general, in the films of the Fast and the Furious franchise, a bunch of antagonists have already changed, who, oddly enough, eventually became Dom's allies, and already in the new film they have to fight with a new villain. From the trailer, it is clear that John Cena, Jason Statham and Charlize Theron will return, and Jason Momoa will appear as the main villain. But who is he? The trailer showed the backstory. In the 5th part, Dominic and Brian robbed a local authority of $100 million. Remember that cool scene with the safe that trashed half the city? So, Jason Momoa will play the role of Race's son. I'm afraid that in the trailer he went too far, with angry looks. Probably Vin Diesel gave him a couple of acting lessons. And, judging by the trailer, the film may show the same cut from the last part. So to bring us up to date and thereby play on the feelings of nostalgia for Brian. After all, that's how they play it. It can be seen that some of these scenes were slightly modified and the character Momoa was added. And yes, the whole team will be there, even Han, who was resurrected recently. Letty made herself a fashionable hairstyle, even Grandma Toretto, who we see at the beginning of the trailer, will appear. A week after filming began, the film's director Justin Lin stepped down as director due to those same creative differences. As a result, the main production of the film was stopped. Nevertheless, Lin remained on the project as a producer. It was later reported that he clashed on the set with Diesel, who allegedly lost his form, was often late and didn't remember his lines. Lin was also upset by the rewriting of his own script and the change in filming locations. Disagreements with Diesel escalated to the point where Lin yelled, "This movie isn't worth my mental health." Dominic, like every family man, takes care of his son and apparently will teach him to drive like a reckless driver. The son will play an important role, but more on that later. Judging by the trailer, the graphics are lame on both legs. The whole movie is continuous flights in cars against the wind, but Fast and the Furious is exactly the place where they still shoot everything on location, and where it is unrealistic to shoot it, they use CGI. The film will have a lot of action. The creators realized that this is what people watch Fast and Furious for, so the number of epic scenes will go off scales. Filming was carried out in different cities, one of which is Rome, therefore now all the action will move to Europe. From the world of film comics, Captain Marvel will also appear here. Brie Larson will play a separate role, whose character will be called Tess. Fast and Furious is like Marvel. Not only did they poached many actors and created their own cinematic universe, they also use a twist on the resurrection of heroes. After all, how many times have we already seen how the hero to whom we are accustomed died, and after a couple of films he was resurrected again? The only exception is Paul Walker. So, Gal Gadot, according to rumors, may also return to the franchise. The plot is built around family and revenge, and as you know, the family is the Dom's weakest point. They will just add the Momoa character and show a couple of chronological digressions to fit the character into the story. Then there will be a tough revenge for the father who was killed on the very bridge of the 5th part, and then the character of Charlize Theron will appear, an obvious plot that will be removed with a bunch of racing, graphics and action, and perhaps in this film Charlize Theron will also play a minor role, however, as in the past, but in the 11th film she will be revealed to the fullest. It's a pity that The Rock was removed from the franchise. I think he added a certain charm to the series. The actor didn't deny participation in the continuation of the spin-off Hobbs & Shaw, and perhaps we will see the actor in this role. After all, in the main story of the Fast and the Furious, there are already too many tough guys who are already peeled on the bad guys. Even the fact that they too used to be bad guys, and yet they're only being added. And indeed, this is a new kind of Marvel in the form of such a farce, based on the races in the past and on the action movie in the present. Another part of the film is planned, where the main storyline of the Toretto family will end, and the premiere of the 10th part will be released on the screens on May 19th. Well, it isn't necessary to wait for May to see something interesting and exciting. You can check out my movie news of last year or see my review of Avatar. Thanks for watching, smash thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.